Hello guys and welcome to volokinproject. It's your favorite YouTuber Tony here. Today I'm gonna have a look back at the Oppo Reno Z. It was a very interesting device released in 2019 in the summer, times when 250 pounds could get you a flagship killer. Now, why am I doing this particular phone? Well, because buying this phone in 2019, it was a gamble. Now, that was the first of the Renault series that Oppo released. They were very much focused on photography rather than anything else, but they've proven to be quite successful because just for the lifespan of 2 years pretty much, they're on the Oppo Reno 7. Now, can you imagine guys, 7 iterations. Granted, you know, every two models are kind of the same, much like the iPhones, but nevertheless guys. So there were a few variants of this phone, and of course everybody was concentrated on the shark fin camera of the regular Oppo Reno, and this phone was kind of the underdog. Why? Because it was running the MediaTek, or MTK as I call it in short, Helio P90. Now, if you're aware of the MediaTek SoCs, you know that usually there are no software updates whatsoever for those SoCs. So that's why buying this phone was a huge gamble. Is it going to get software updates or no? And I'm very happy to report that now at the end of 2021, this phone got Android 11 before my Microsoft Surface Duo and before my Motorola Razer 5G. Can you imagine guys? These are super expensive flagship phones, and that's a rather, usual 250 pound phone, Android 11 on board. So it absolutely busted the myth of, MTK processors not getting updates. And in terms of performance, I'm gonna get it out straight away now guys. Absolutely amazing performance and excellent gaming performance as well. 50 FPS on Kaja, and on medium settings you can play Call of Duty all day long without overheating. You're getting the updates, the regular color OS of Oppo, the dark mode, the gestures, pretty much everything. And look at this phone guys, it's absolutely beautiful. There's a gradient between blue and purple going on over here. You've got a small little dot over here protecting the camera from scratches. At the front of the phone it looks rather generic, but you've got excellent face unlock. You've got under the screen fingerprint reader, which is one of the better ones. It's still not brilliant, but it works perfect most of the time. And overall it's a slim device, although the battery inside is big guys. You've got 4000 mAh of battery, and I'm getting between 7 and 8.5 hours of screen on time, which is pretty good result considering you've got a proper kind of mid to flagship grade SoC, and you've got 4.6, no, not 4.6.4 inches 1080p AMOLED screen guys. Now, one other thing about this phone is that nowadays the prices are very cheap. Being the first iterations of the Reno Z, you can get one on eBay for like 100 pounds, which is absolutely crazy bargain guys. You cannot get AMOLED screen on any other phone pretty much for that price. You can get a good refurbished unit. Now quickly, audio out of the way. You've got stereo speakers on this bad boy over here. Granted, not the best quality stereo speakers, but they're definitely loud and definitely way better than a mono speaker. 3.5mm jack on point, and you've got very good sound quality and profiles as well. Coming back to the battery, the recharge times are about 50% of battery in half an hour and full charge 1 hour 20 minutes. You've got the Oppo VOOC, whatever iteration of the charging. It is 20-watt charger, and for 4000 mAh of battery, 50% is half an hour. It's not that bad considering the good battery life. And now, being the Renault series, the cameras are flagship grade on this bad boy guys. First of all, I'm gonna start with the selfie camera because it has the teardrop notch over here, which I pretty much prefer over the the punch holes. I mean, the teardrop is not obtrusive, it's pretty good, and it houses a 32 megapixel camera. I'm gonna have to look at my notes for the exact camera sensor, which is Samsung S5 KG D1, the same selfie camera as the Huawei P30 Pro, guys. They give you a flagship camera. Over here you can see a few samples. While I'm talking, you can see that these are one of the best selfies that I have ever taken with any phone, guys. Selfies that have so good HDR that only Oppo is capable of doing, guys. Absolutely amazed by the front facing camera, and at the back the situation is even better, guys. Now the camera sensor is Sony IMX586, the same as the OnePlus 7, guys. Can you imagine? On a mid-range phone they've put absolutely flagship cameras, and the secondary camera is a 5 megapixel depth sensor. And in case you dismiss the 5 megapixel depth sensor, Oppo is the only company with the Android 11 that takes advantage of this depth sensor, and you can actually get some proper bokeh images. I'm not a fan of the, portrait type of photos, but actually it helps in this particular case, guys. You can see a few samples over here. But man, overall, that's gonna be a short review, guys, because I'm not gonna go into too deep into software in this. That the Oppo software is pretty much the same on all phones, which is a rather good thing, to be honest with you. So this phone is beautiful. By the way, that's glass. It's cheap. It's light. You've got AMOLED screen, stereo speakers, flagship cameras, flagship SoC, excellent battery life. Did I say excellent battery life? Battery life? Yes. So where is the problem? Well, there is no catch, guys. This is the bargain of the year. If you can find a new phone or a good refurbished unit, you can still buy this phone and enjoy it as it is, guys. If you have a look at my Vlokin Spectrum scoring system, I've tested quite a few phones on my channel, and you can see I'm really don't remember properly, but I think 42 points, which is absolutely flagship grade. You can see it compared to some other competitive phones, guys, and you can see that the score is really high. We're talking about 400, 500, 600 pounds phones over here, and this phone you can get it for 100. I mean, that's absolutely crazy value for money, and I can't really take my eyes off this beauty over here, guys. That's important, it's absolutely important for a phone to be beautiful and not too bulky, which this phone is. Now the unboxing experience, I'm gonna do it live on camera right now. Check this out. You've got absolutely beautiful box. Look at the colors over here. Inside instruction manuals, some other stuff over here. The 20-watt charger. You've got a case. You've got a cable. You've got a bunch of stuff. You've got Apple style of earbuds over here. So overall, guys, I've paid about 240 pounds imported. I got the Chinese version, but it doesn't matter really. It was about 300 something pounds. I mean, guys, nowadays, for 100 quid, there is no better phone out there. Other Oppo phones are quite good. The A9 2020 is quite good low-end to mid-range phone as well. But man, AMOLED screen, you can't really deny that. So I'm very happy that Oppo is really pushing the limit with the Reno series of phones. Pretty much there is no fault with this phone, guys, and I can recommend it to pretty much anybody. Thank you very much for watching, and if you bought this phone, you're clever, so let me know. I would like to hear your story. When did you buy? Which color did you get? Are you still using this phone, and are you happy with it? So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to Vlokin Project, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Adios.